You are welcome. This is the part 6 of 10. So here we can learn how to design the form and how to add a data grid view control to the form, and we'll design the customer form in this video. With that, let us understand how to insert, update, delete customer data. Along with that, we'll display the data in a data grid view, and when you click on the data grid view we can get the account number. From that we can fetch the customer details and we can show it in the text boxes. So all this we'll discuss in this video. So here you can see this is a data grid view. So this is a control, it comes under the data group, and that you need to keep it in the form. So in order to display the data, which will have rows and columns. The data will be displayed in the rows and columns, unless like in the previous video where account type we displayed in the combo box, whereas in this case we are going to use the data grid view. So this is the data grid view control. So in case of data grid control, we need to use any of this we need to use for SQL client to access the database, particularly Microsoft SQL Server. So for that, using system.data.sql client is important, whereas system.data.sql client is a namespace. In other words, it's a library. With that, we should know about SQL data adapter and then SQL dataset. So earlier we have seen like SQL connection and then SQL command, SQL data reader. So here we'll understand SQL data adapter and is a data set. So then how to use that? So if ADP is a SQL data adapter and this DS1 is a data set, then use the ADP.fill DS1. So what are the data in the ADP that need to be transferred to DS1? From the DS1 again you need to transfer to DG1. So DG1 is a data grid. So this whatever the data is collected will be transferred back to the DG1. Therefore this data will be displayed on the screen. So I'll show you the demonstration, then you'll get a clear picture how we fetch the data from the tables, how we can transfer this data to the data grid view in this video. So keep watch the complete video and then practice. So in future any project you want to do it in C#, it's always possible, because once you learn the technology, then you can apply this to any of the other projects too. Therefore learn thoroughly, then try to implement that same concept to your project. Okay, so let us start with the Visual Studio, and there we'll see practically how to do all these things. So here is a Visual Studio. We already opened the project because this project is done previously. So same project is open again. So you are not yet watched the previous videos, please watch that videos. So if you want to watch all these videos, you go to our channel, that is iBlix Tutorials. So you can search our below video, you can see the iBlix Tutorials link. So click on that channel name. So you'll come to our channel, then click videos. You could able to see all the videos here. So also you can click on the star button to add to favorite window. So then what will happen, like next time you open the browser, you can see the link over there. So therefore if you just click it, so the videos will open. So therefore you can able to watch all the videos from our channel, and we have different videos and different project videos. So once you complete this set of videos, you can try up any of the other project, watch that video and then try to do that project in C#. Okay, this is the series. So part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So therefore please watch from the beginning. Therefore you get a complete idea how to make the C# project. Okay, so let's come back, and then also please subscribe to our channel. So don't forget to subscribe. So your subscription is very important for us. Right. So today we talk about customer form. So here is a customer form. So I'll just delete this control. So this is the data grid view. So this is under data. So a lot of controls are there. In case you want to select data grid view, so type data, so you can see the data grid view will come. So it's selected now. So now I can drag on this form, so I can get the data grid view. So next step is we need to send the data to the data grid view. That I'll show you later. First let us design the form, and also we can go to Server Explorer, check out this banking database, expand it. check the tables. So you have a customer table here. So how many columns? There are totally 5 columns are there. Account number, customer name, address, mobile number, email. Fine. So now, so we need to design the form. We record all the labels, text box and all. So if you remember, we already done this. So test form here we done. So customer code, all these things. What I'll do is I'll just copy everything here. Control C. Then I come back to customer form. Right. So here I can paste it. Okay. So now first thing you need to do is change the font. Otherwise, what happen like no, you need to change the font for every control. That take very long time. So in the form level, if you change, then automatically it will apply to all the controls on the form. So now you can see that all the font is changed. I can keep it over here. So here now I can change to account number. So this is account number. Then customer name, address, mobile number and email ID is required. Therefore you can copy and then paste. So we can call it as the email ID. And one more important thing, account type. Because we already created the account type, we need to link the account type to here. So in order to do this, what we can do is we can go to account type here. So we already have the Kumba box over there here. I can copy this Kumba box. I can bring back to customer form. Then I'll paste the Kumba box. Otherwise, you can go to toolbox, select the Kumba box from the here it is, and then we can drag it on the screen. Okay, so now call it as a account type. Copy the label and paste the label. So now we call it as a account because customer what type of account it is that is important. Therefore, the account type has to come over here. Next, we require all the buttons. So all that is designed in this form. So therefore, I can just copy these buttons and display button. Control C. So now we can paste it over there. Now you can see that we have all the buttons. Right. So this close I can keep it here. I can keep the display over here. So done. Now our buttons are ready. Now we want to keep the grid view over there here. Data grid I want to keep it here. So therefore I can just go back to again data grid. Alright. So we can keep one grid view here. Right. Let it be there. Fine. So we go to the code window. So double click anywhere. So let's click on new only. So now we are in the code window. First thing you need to do is using system.data.sql client. So I need to import the library. So there is SQL client library. After that, after your customer form, you need to write the SQL connection CONN that is equal to new SQL connection. So we record a connection string that is already there in the account type form. So therefore we can copy from here. Okay, you can copy the whole line itself. And even you require a variable, so therefore you copy both and then we can paste it here. Right, so your connection string is ready and we have one more variable also called as SQL str. Right, when you click the button new, so you need to clear everything. Therefore I can go here, so I'll have all the options over there. So only two text boxes are there. So remaining we need to type. So so 5. So 3, 4, 5. Then focus to text box 1. So how many are there? So up to 5. Now that is done. So now let's run and check it out. So here is a customer details. So it is there. So click new, so everything will be cleared. So new, cleared, and we can enter the data. So close, we have not written the code. Let me write the code for this. So this dot close. Done. Now we need to modify this table. So we have account number, but there is no account type here. So therefore you can go to design view, open table definition. Right. So here you can see that account number is a integer. So rest of them are character. With that, we need to add one more column called as a account type. So this is account type. So it's a varchar of 20 because ton are 20, ton actually. Fine. So length is 20. So here is also 20. So then you click update, update database. Okay. So updated completely. So that is done. So now we have one more column here. So refresh this. Account type is added. So now if you click save button, so close the forms which you are not required. So let's close all these things and all. Okay. So here is account type design. So here whatever the save we already written, it will be useful again. So therefore we just copy it as it is. Then we go to customer form. So here button new. So now you can go to save and double click. So here is a save. So again you can see account number here. So if you don't have anything in the text box one, you should ask them to enter the account number. Fine. So now this is the customer table. So therefore you can write as customer table. So first one is a number. So therefore no need of single quote on both the sides. So up to 5 again characters only. Therefore I can copy this. I can paste 3 times and one more time for the combo box. So this one is combo box 1 dot text. That is account type. So this one is 5. This is 4. This is 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So totally 6 fields are there. Therefore we need to insert 5 text boxes and 1 combo box. When you execute this, data should go and then you can give the message record saved successfully. So now let me run this. So new, you will enter the account number 101. Customer name, say some Ravi. Number, second main. Right. So then I can write it as a Bangalore here. So mobile number. So then email ID. But account type, we are not write the code to bring the account type over the combo box. Okay. So when you are just typing, I'll say gold account. I'll type myself. I click save. Record saved successfully. So let me see that whether this record is passed to the table. So here is a table. Right click, show table data. Fine. So data came. Everything is all right. So next step is we need to write the code to display this data in the combo box. Okay. So for not display, refresh. Okay, these things. I'll copy this, and this you need to write in the load event, form load event, because when the form loads immediately that account type has to come here. So you don't need to keep the button over there. So therefore, if you double click anywhere on the form, it is a form load event. So here I can paste. So we can clear this. So because anyway when you load the form, nothing will be there. Even you don't write this statement, it will do the job. because it's written, let it be there. Then is account type, from the account type table, account type name, order by account type name, and then transfer everything to the combo box one. Okay, so that is done. That is one thing we need to do. So next thing is save. Okay, so it's saved. Now we need to display data in the grid view. So this is important in this video, therefore watch carefully. So like how to do this. Alright, so this is a grid view. Whatever the entries are done, that I want to display it in the grid view. So let's see that how to do this. So now to do this, let's have a display button. So display, right. So now you need to open the connection. So therefore you can say connection dot open. Then you need a statement, right? So therefore SQL str is equal to, that is a string variable. We can select account number, comma, customer name from customer table, from customer table. We can give order by account number, so it should come in the order, semicolon. Now we can say connection dot open, and here we need to declare one data set. Okay, so data set ds1, then you record SQL data adapter. Okay, so SDP, okay, SDA, SQL data adapter 1, that is equal to new SQL data adapter. Here also again you have to give the two important things. One is SQL command, what is the statement you want to give. Another is the SQL connection. So SQL command and the SQL connection, both you need to pass. So SQL command is there here in the SQL str. So therefore you can say SQL str, and connection is the CONN. So now we pass the SQL statement and the connection both. Now you have to say SDA1 dot fill. So whatever data is there, you should transfer to DS1. So here is little confusing, so check it out carefully. So what it do is, so SDA1 dot fill to DS1. So DS1 is a data set. So data has to transfer to the data set 1. Okay, so it's showing new error because you need to create a new instance of it. So therefore that is equal to new data set. Okay, so now it is a new data set. So DS1 is a new data set, and whatever you selected will go to DS1. That data we need to transfer to this control. So this is the data grid view. You can see data grid view 1. So this is the name of the data grid view. Okay, let it be as a data grid view only. So dot data source. So data source is the method. For that we need to transfer this ds1 dot tables of 0, because here it treat whatever data now we have transferred, it is there in the table of 0. So therefore this data whatever we have executed from this need to transfer to data grid view 1. Now let's close the connection. Connection dot close. If you don't close the connection, if you try to open next time, it gives an error. Therefore always properly you need to close the connection. Now let's run this. So now if you say display, you can see that whatever entry done, that will come. And also now you can see that all the account types also will be there here. So click new. Now enter 1002 Chandan. Right. So mobile number and the account type. So you can select the account type here. So record saved, and if I click display, so that will show now here. Fine. Now next step is if I click the data here, so it should bring back over here, and we need to able to modify and delete. So let's see that how to do this. So now if we click here, by default it will take to cell content click. Okay, I think we already have the cell content click. Okay, here it is there already. Okay, what I do is if events created twice, because you can see that underscore one, so it's created twice actually. So now what we can do is we can go here and then we can select the events. So here is the one more event here. So remove this. Otherwise you can remove completely. So we don't want at this moment. Then we can come back here. So it's gone. Okay. So I'll just take out this. I'll remove this also. So we should know like where the events are there. Okay. So now what we do, we select this. It's selected again. So now cell content click. So here is this cell content click. So double click. So it's create the event. Here, when you click on the cell, we need to transfer which cell you selected, that data to the T1. Here T1 is a string, data grid view 1, current row, cells of 0. Cells of 0 means first column. To two string to convert that value to the string value. That we transfer to the T1. That means the account number will go to the T1. So let it be there is a string, later we can convert into integer. Next is we need to select the data. Okay, so select will do the job here. So therefore I can copy this only. Any select statement, right? So select star now because we want all the columns. So therefore you can say select star from customer table where so account number is equal to. So here no need of single quotes because it's a number. So T1 where the value is located, double quote, then close the semicolon. So select star from customer table where C account number is equal to T1. So whatever the number is there here, so it is check for that particular number. Here you can use if because only one record will come. If read, so this one is, so this first one is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So okay, so you can just say text is equal to. You don't need to add actually. So only thing is, so text is equal to. So it's already there. So the for just modified. Okay. So we need to take from the text one. This is 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's supposed to be 5 here. So then you have to take text 1, box text that is equal to. So same dr that is 0. First one is 0. So now we can make it 0. So then you need to copy and paste 5 times because 5 text boxes. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So again here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So done. So now if I run it again, customer details. So display. If I click 2, there is an error. Okay. So here instead of passing the value, something else is coming. So what you have to do is dot think value then to string. Okay. So stop it again. Dot value dot to string open bracket close bracket. Okay. So now run it again. So you can see that 2 this is 2 and this is 1. So now if we click on this data, so we can change the customer details. Now we can able to change the any data. So now to change the data, we need to write the code for these two. So close this. So now next is the delete. So just go to delete, and now so this delete command which is already written for this will do the job. Therefore I just select this one only. So only thing is you need to change the table name. So select this. So here is the account number. Next is the customer table. Otherwise we already done this, right? So here it is. And now this is not T1, so you need to write as a text box 1 dot text, because that T1 is very local to this variable is local to this one only. Otherwise we need to declare this in the top. So then only we can use it in the delete button. But anyhow it's local, but anyhow the value is there in the text box 1. So we'll use the text box 1. So we can delete from that. Then record deleted successfully. Same way modify. So you can go to modify here. So this is account number. This is a customer table. Right. So details. Okay. So this is details. Instead of details, you have to write as a customer name, second column. So I can copy this, put comma over here and then paste. So now after customer name is a C address. So this is 3. I'll copy with comma 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this address. Next is the mobile number. So this becomes 4. Then email. This becomes 5. Corresponding text box. Okay. Last one is the account type. So this is AC type. So this is a combo box 1. So therefore change to combo box 1 dot text. And this is account number. So therefore you have to write account number is equal to text box 1 dot text and no need of quotes. For number there is no need of quotes. Okay. So you need to remove the quotes. Save this. Now update is ready. Delete is also ready. This is the delete. Let us run customer details. Enter some number. Enter some number. So here also some dummy data. Then save. Record saved. Display. Now you can see that this data is there. We don't want this. So delete. So deleted display. It's gone from this list. Again click new. Enter some dummy data. So save. Display. Right. Now you can modify this. So add that number. Then click update. So now you can check it's updated. Okay. So it's changing. Means that it's working fine. So now we can able to save the record. You can able to modify. You can able to delete, and we can able to display data in a grid view. All this is written. So hope you understand. Keep practice. There may be some errors. Figure out what is the error, how to solve the error, and then continue. Practice again and again. Maybe different forms. Therefore, you'll get a complete idea. So that will give you an experience for you that definitely will help you to get the job. So keep watch the rest of the videos also and make your complete project. Any doubts? So please write it in the comment box. Let me know what you're thinking. And if possible, we try to help you in the next videos. Thank you.